Octopuses are the original masters of disguise. In fact, there's one currently in the studio with me. Can you find it? Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault.
I'm Ollie Leonard, and you're watching Animal Logic.
Before we go any further, let's tackle the plural form of octopus. The original plural form from the 1700s was octopuses, but around that time there was a grammatical movement to make English more regular, so it was changed to have a Latin ending, giving us octopi. But it doesn't stop there. Octopus isn't a Latin word and is in fact based in Greek, so the word was amended once again to be octopodes. But the thing is, when a foreign word enters the English language, it becomes treated as an English word, meaning octopuses was right all along. Enough grammar, let's octopus. Octopuses are cephalopod mollusks that belong to the Octopoda order, and are quite possibly the coolest animal ever. There are roughly 300 known species of octopus. Being such a diverse group, they range from the tiny, the starsucker pygmy octopus, which are around 1.5 centimeters or half an inch long, to the huge, the giant Pacific octopus, which have an arm span of 4.3 meters or 14 feet.
Boy, we gotta run here. I think we're gonna get attacked by an octopus in a second. Okay, oh my god, we are gonna get attacked by an octopus!
Different octopus species are found all over the world, even as far south as Antarctica. They have 6 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 3 hearts, no bones, blue blood, a beak, are bilaterally symmetrical, and are one of the most intelligent animals in the world. Since their bodies lack any air bladders and gas pockets that would implode at great depths, octopuses are able to live at the literal bottom of the ocean, taking 15,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's like having 1.5 school buses on every square inch of your body. Usually, animals seem to get 1 to 2 unique features that gives them an advantage over their environment. Cassowaries have their sharp foot claw and powerful kick, anteaters have their tongues, hyenas have their powerful jaws, but octopuses are stacked. First, the only hard part of an octopus's body is their razor-sharp beak. This allows them to squeeze through anything bigger than that beak, which, depending on the species, are usually around an inch in diameter. This means that a 600-pound or 272-kilo octopus can squeeze through a tube the width of a quarter. A recent study found that those beaks are packed with venomous saliva, which they chiefly use for subduing prey, like paralyzing a clam into opening its shell. However, a bite from the beautiful, golf ball-sized, blue-ringed octopus has a venom 10,000 times more toxic than cyanide, and can kill a human in under 90 minutes, though there have only been 3 fatalities in the last 100 years. Secondly, octopuses are masters of disguise. They can change their entire skin color and texture in under a second to match their surroundings. Octopuses match their body texture to their environment using eyesight. But the mystifying thing is, they're colorblind. They may be able to distinguish polarized light better than humans can, but how they actually tell different colors apart is still unknown. Their color change is made possible by cells called chromatophores, which contain different pigments. Fox Meyer from the Smithsonian Museum describes the color-changing process as similar to squeezing a dye-filled balloon. The more you squeeze, the more the surface is stretched, and the more the color appears. They're also able to change texture, creating bumps, spikes, grooves, and ripples as needed. It's not just color and texture. Some octopuses, namely the mimic octopus, not only imitates color and texture, but shape and behavior. The open ocean is a deadly place for octopuses, so instead of adapting deadly poison or sharp teeth, they've adapted to be able to look like things that have deadly poison or sharp teeth. In under a second, a mimic octopus can change their color, pull their arms back, and swim along the ocean floor to resemble a banded sole. Or they'll swim in more open water with a stripy pattern, with their arms jutted out to resemble the spines and movement of the deadly lionfish. If they're under attack, they'll bury all but 2 arms underground and put on a stripe pattern to resemble a poisonous sea snake. Another tool on their diverse belt is their ink. Octopuses use their ink as their last resort to confuse their predators before jetting away. But it's not just a visual distraction. The ink contains an amino acid called taurine, which many predators find incredibly appealing, causing them to stop pursuit of the octopus and instead stick around with the ink. The ink also causes a chemical reaction in the predator's nervous system, which confuses them and slows them down. It's also very sticky, which stops up the predator's sensory organs. However, if a predator does catch one of the octopus's arms, they're able to just detach the arm and later regrow it. Unlike many lizards that lose their tails and regrow less than perfect tails, a regrown octopus arm is as good as new. A new study into octopus arm regeneration found that the protein acetylcholinesterase, or ACHE, which is also found in our bodies as well, is unusually active when an octopus is regrowing an arm. In the study, they removed 2 centimeters from the tip of an octopus's arm, and within 150 days, the tip had fully regrown. They found the protein, ACHE, to be most active from day 21 to day 41. Scientists are unclear how or even if ACHE is a big player in arm regeneration in octopuses, but they hope to one day study its regenerative properties in humans. As you know, octopus arms are covered in suction cups, but what you might not know is that 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are located in their arms, not their central brain, meaning that their arms can act independently from one another. This is also why if you sever an octopus arm, it'll still react if you touch it. Octopuses are incredibly smart and make great use of tools. Coconut octopuses, found off the coast of Indonesia, are named so because they have been documented carrying coconuts around with them. Moving along the ocean floor with no cover is a dangerous venture, so coconut octopuses bring their own cover in the form of coconut halves. When a predator approaches, they duck underneath the shell. Why the predators don't stop to wonder how a coconut got so far out into the open ocean is anyone's guess. Though, I suppose an African swallow could have gripped it by the husk. In captivity, octopuses have figured out how to escape from jars, open jars, solve mazes, and have figured out how to escape from aquariums. Octopuses in captivity are a mischievous bunch, as they get bored very easily, as any intelligent creature would. If you keep an octopus at home, be sure to keep it constantly entertained and engaged. Otherwise, you'll have another inky on your hands. Worse than escaping, scientists found that in non-stimulating, barren tanks, captive octopuses became very stressed, and some turned to autophagy, or eating their own arms. In 2009 at the Santa Monica Pier Aquarium, staff came in one morning to find the floor submerged in 200 gallons or 750 liters of seawater. What happened was overnight, a 2-spotted octopus had taken apart the water recycling tank and pointed one of its tubes out of the tank, spraying water onto the floor throughout the night. Scientists have attempted to measure octopus intelligence by observing them opening clams and mussels. Turns out they prefer eating mussels because they're easier to open. But does their ability to solve problems to get food mean they're intelligent? For that question, I'm going to need some help from my friend Ollie over on Philosophy Tube.
It's been said that octopuses are intelligent, but what does it mean to be intelligent? Have you ever seen an octopus take an IQ test? Honestly, it's embarrassing, although they do have the foresight to bring their own ink. A good starting definition of intelligence is the ability to acquire and apply knowledge. But then, what is knowledge for an octopus, or even for a human? It's common in philosophy to distinguish between 2 different kinds of knowledge: knowledge that and knowledge how. It's difficult to tell whether octopuses can know that things are true, because we can't ask them. But they might have knowledge how. Catherine Hawley has suggested that knowing how to do something means that you could probably succeed at doing it if you tried under some specific circumstances. And octopuses can succeed in certain tasks, like getting food out of jars. As usual in philosophy, it's a little bit more complicated than that though, so head on over to my channel, Philosophy Tube, when you're done here, and we'll talk about what you know.
Thanks, Ollie. And nothing makes for a great segue quite like detachable penises. The Argonaut octopus's penis breaks off during the mating process and stays with the female, and like its arms, it grows back. To inseminate the female, the male will either inject his spermatophores directly into the tube that the female uses to breathe, or he'll just hand them to her, which the females always accept with one of their right arms. Scientists still don't know why this happens. After this, the males typically wander off to die. Oh, that's sad. The female will then lay her some odd 400,000 eggs, she'll stop eating while protecting them, and when they finally hatch, her body commits cellular suicide. Contrary to historical Japanese depictions, octopus sex is not a fun time. Female Argonaut octopuses are 600 times larger than the males. The males being only 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch long. You can imagine why he'd want to detach his penis and make a speedy getaway. Blanket octopuses are also incredibly sexually dimorphic, but that's not what's cool about them. Remember the Portuguese man-o-war? The colonial organism with the deadly venom? Well, blanket octopuses are immune to their poison, so they hunt them down, rip off their tentacles, and wield them as weapons when hunting prey. Finally, I'll leave you with this newly identified octopus, which is so cute, scientists are considering naming it Adorabilis. What animal should I check out next? Please let me know in the comments, and go watch Ollie's video on the 2 different types of knowledge and subscribe. His channel rocks, you'll love it, I promise. If you want to keep this show going and get episodes a week early, be sure to sign up for your free 30-day trial of the video streaming app Love Nature, which is currently featuring Animal Logic. It's not available in every country yet, so if you can't get it, you can still get episodes a whole week early on our website, community.lovenature.com. Though, if you do sign up for the app, it will go a long way to keep Animal Logic going. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel for new episodes of Animal Logic every other week or as often as we can make them. Thanks for watching!